It's funny because I did get the Avex crit. It's just it didn't quite get the KO.
All right, let's go. I'll accompany you there. Are you ready to see her again?
Yeah. Been ready.
I set up these grapple shortcuts. Nice, huh? Don't tell your sister, though. I sort of borrowed the hooks from the expedition. Come on, Gustav, speed up a bit. Sophie will have already gamaged by the time you've arrived.
My head.
Can't believe Sophie already turned 33. She looks so much younger than you.
Thanks.
She's popular. I'm sure she already has a necklace full of flowers.
What?
You look
Yeah.
I know what
No.
Come on. And...
All right.
Yes!
Hope your Lumina converter works better than your jewelry.
Let me take this!
You are all right. I saw...
Yeah.
Oh, the plaza is lively. Why people like to celebrate the gommage is still a mystery to me, but... Oh well. The red and white tree. I've always found it beautiful. I don't really understand. You and Sophie broke up so long ago. But clearly you never got over her. Why'd you wait until today to say something? It's a bit late, isn't it?
All right.
I can't imagine what you're going through.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I've lived 33 good years. Look around. We've had our whole lives to prepare. We're all fine. Mostly.
I'm not fine.
You will be. Oh, Luna's playing. You two would make a cute couple. Sometimes I feel sorry for her.
Who? The paintress?
Look at her. She looks sad. Maybe she's a prisoner too. Stuck in this. I've always loved the harbor.
Let's
Thank
at
you,
least
sheep.
check on my own and my apprentices.
I was I felt unprepared,
Gustav,
but
we
I
got
think I
something
did
for
pretty
you.
well.
For your they'll oh,
I shall.
and
I can do that.
I promise.
Andrea,
I'll use it.
I should check on Maya. She's probably alone, as usual. I knew.
Please.
Yeah. Look, I know the rest of us. You don't need to.
1 year.
I know you.
If any...
So,
No, I don't.
Emma.
Lumia. Besides...
Right.
Sure.
Doubly.
All right.
Oh, no.
You're... This time... Ah,
Our belo-
don't get...
My darling sister has arrived. She'll kill me if I don't say goodbye. The chief. What?
This is.
I've heard
You and I.
you should put that.
There are.
M.
We're never.
You're
Just.
me.
We're. You mean the.
Just suggest.
I do. Anyway.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because I basically had done nothing for it until Thursday. And then on Thursday, I went looking for my notes. And they were nowhere to be found. So I had to find the VOD, which it's a good thing that I record all my streams. Because otherwise I would not have had the VOD. Because it's not like I saved the run. And it was a year and a half ago, so it's not like it was in past broadcasts. So I had to find the VOD and then watch the whole thing on like 3x speed to write down the route. Come on, dude. Dude. Thank you, thank you. I did get a crit on my last run, but I underdamaged by 22. So it still was like 45-second time loss. But then my Go Blue was also pretty bad, so I decided to reset. Early game in this game is very unforgiving is a good word. Thank you for the good luck, Dynam. Good luck with your race in a half hour. My race for next week just got scheduled for Monday at 8. This game's kind of interesting, though, because it's like early game is arguably more stressful because there are so many crits and stuff that are good to get, and so it's really easy to lose a lot of time in the early game. But the late game is where the actual like hard fights are, so that is also more stressful. Like it's the whole game is stressful.
Let the ink flow.
Oh, that's right. You're in best of 3 time.
Is that a house?
Looks abandoned.
So super good luck then.
Interesting.
Here we are, huh?
Yeah. The
So many video games to play.
The indigo tree's over there.
I wish you could play this game. I really think you would enjoy it. Not really a new route. This is the expert run, so things are done a little bit differently. I'm assuming you're talking about that movement. We do that movement to grab the chroma and the energy tint.
A storm is coming.
And we fight that extra Lancelier for the Lanceram item, as well as we're going to fight another fight up here. It gives us the Lytrim a little bit earlier, which doesn't matter too much. It kind of does.
Someone came here before and set up these handholds.
Probably Expedition 69. The Climbers Expedition.
But the other thing it does is
Thank
it gets
them
us
for
to
that.
level 3 before Avec, which is nice.
Expedition 80.
Flares!
Survivors!
Hurry!
We can use that.
Oh, where are you? I like got turned around. I didn't know where I was facing. Yeah, so this is another optional battle. But it's pretty fast. And like I said, it gets us up to level 3, which is really good. I'm gonna swap weapons, gives us a little bit of extra damage on this fight. This fight, there used to be a bug that the expert route would take advantage of, where Immolation was doing more damage to marked targets than it was supposed to. So that got fixed. But, so that got fixed and the overall strategy didn't change. So if we can get a little bit more damage by using the Lytrim, it's pretty good.
Dodge this.
Let me help.
A storm is coming.
Good. These spells are really good for increasing the overcharge meter and gaining AP. But they are actually pretty bad when it comes to damage. You do less damage with these
Feel the burn.
than you do with single targets. So, unfortunately, we got all spells. So we're likely going to under damage again.
Brace yourselves.
Uh, 5.
Take him down.
I actually might be fine on damage because I had so much AP. Alright, so here we go. It's about 48% to crit.
For those who come off.
And we got it. And we had enough. By over 60. Cool.
Must.
Sub 14, let's go.
So, the message said head north to the weird corals.
And a door in a hut.
come on. Dude, start running, please. I feel like I mention this like every time I play on console. But the way sprinting works is like different between PC and console. On PC, as long as you're holding sprint, you will be sprinting. And on console, when you started holding sprint matters.
Nice.
If you start holding it too soon, sometimes it can like consider itself unheld or something.
Looks like a different species.
Doesn't matter. They're between us and Mayel.
Like the best example is if you're holding it through the dialogue that you have to like pick an option for. That'll, when you come back, you won't be sprinting anymore. Bang, bang. 5. I still haven't tried messing with the UI scaling to see if that changes how big the first strike thing is. 'Cause that'd be ideal if I could make that super small.
Slow down. We don't know what's inside yet.
How did you find me?
There was a message at the indigo tree.
Do you know who left it?
Okay, reload the save. That way I can interact with the flag. I do have a recoat already, which is super nice. We need one by Old Lumiere. Or I guess more correctly,
All right.
Minoko Station. Old Lumiere is where we would buy one if we don't have one.
Take them down.
Let's spill something. That was... You could... If... Let's dance.
Good crit. Crit essentially doesn't matter, but it's still fun to see the orange
Dead
numbers.
Nevrons. Who could have done this?
Guess.
So you didn't just stay in your mansion. Guess we found 68's boat.
There's a path through the boat.
That anchor doesn't look man-made.
Are you... Bang.
Take them down.
Ice. It's forging something. So they have intelligence.
Good. That. All right, so Go Blue is kind of like Yvette, where we need useful crits for the optimal fight. Optimal fight involves 2 useful crits on 2 specific turns.
I don't like
Generally, getting 1 of those crits is like okay.
this. Yeah. This
It's
one
only
is
really
gigantic.
bad if we miss both of them.
Avoid those at all costs.
And of the 2, the first one is better. If we get the first crit, I'm basically not worried about the fight. I'm worried about my movement to this area because it's not been very good, but it's okay. Male's next turn is the good crit. Good first crit, I should say. We got it. Okay. So fight's not over, but getting the first one there is very good.
Don't die!
For those who come after.
Good. Alright, didn't get the second one.
Let the ink flow.
All right. You can be like 30 or more seconds ahead of here, but being ahead at all at Go Blue is pretty nice. So we'll certainly keep going. I am on PB pace.
Surprised to find you here.
I hope we can trust him.
Well, at least we can upgrade our Pictos.
Did Noko tell you anything more about the village, other than red trees everywhere?
Noko's not great with specifics.
We'll just have to think like Gestrels then.
sitting on my foot for too long. Alright, this fight's kind of interesting. It's a very similar setup. Like, this fight, the Go Blue fight, and the fight after this one are all very similar setups, where it's like Immolation, Swift Stride, Percy stuff. However, we don't have to actually
Feel the burn.
like counter any attack except for one of them, and that one that we have to counter is because he has a special counter attack mechanic with it, so we can skip this one too. Alright, and then we're going to attack. That gives defenseless. Mark. Better see. Crit did not matter. And we're good. So yeah, other Sakapatat fight is going to be basically the same, but it's going to go 2 rounds instead of just the 1. It also does have a useful crit on the fight. It is not nearly as, like, you know, run-changing as Avec and Go Blue.
Ugh, this place is confusing.
But it is still time to save if you get
Built
it.
it to make their village harder to find.
Immolation. Powerful.
Let me help.
Swift Stride.
Danger.
So we break off the arm. That way you can't do some weird attacks. And it's also 4k damage. Like, it's so much damage. Go ahead and mark. Alright, we did not get that crit. Go ahead and reburn. So I'm gonna get the slower version of this fight because I didn't get the first crit. Still right on pace. Alright, headed to Gestural Village. Gestural Village is going to be the Mayel show. And we're also going to get one of her best moves, especially for this point in the game, which is Rain of Fire. We are not doing any attributes here, so it's just this.
It's really a village of Jestrels.
They seem better at surviving than humans.
I guess intelligence is not a prerequisite. It.
There's
We need to...
others. A white. You know? So
Why? We all.
the strength. Lead the way.
Is it for survival on the continent?
On me!
My sword is death.
Okay. Yeah, so we're using degagement here. Which I watched a video when someone called it dégagement or something like that. I don't know, I'm not French. Sounds like it could be right. But basically it turns all of them, turns the enemy weak to fire. So we basically use degagement, turn the enemy weak to fire, puts us in offensive stance. And then offensive stance with a super effective, essentially, weapon, as well as rain of fire. But CL here is squishy enough that we don't have to worry about that. Okay. Good. It's a bit awkward timing on that attack. So rush, we're gonna get an extra burn tick. Yes. Good. Pretty solid.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And then before leaving, we're going to go slightly out of our way here to talk to this gestural merchant. He's going to sell us a couple of polished chroma catalysts, which will help us upgrade our weapons, as well as critical moment, which is one of the best pictos, especially for this particular run and route. So I'm going to go ahead and equip the Metallum and then equip Critical Moment. Critical Moment is not something you see us grab in the story difficulty run. Because we just have other strategies that we use. But mainly the way Critical Moment's going to be used is we're going to be doing a lot of low health setups. Critical Moment, I guess, if you didn't read the Picto, is
We can debrief along the way. Let's head
plus
east to
50%
SK's
crit
nest.
rate if you are below 10 health or 10% health. So we're going to have a lot of low health setups that puts us at low health, specifically Lune, but it's going to end up being all characters by the end. And then a combination of Pictos and luck that gives us more than 50% crit rate. And then we'll be able to crit literally every single hit. And the reason that's good is actually for one of the moves we're about to learn. Right here. So, Lightning Dance is 6 hits, but it is an extra hit if you critical hit. So, our 6 hits become 12 hits, as long as we can guarantee crits. Which is very powerful. Morning, Randall. Randall, when's your next match? Dynams is starting in like a minute.
Interesting decor.
I know you're on the opposite
STA
side of the
said
bracket as
feed on
them.
light.
Are you okay?
Yours is
Maya?
Monday?
I
Nice.
don't know. Getting a
I
bit
actually
of
just got mine scheduled for Monday as
déjà
well.
vu again.
The light here feels a little. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know what? If it works, right? Oh my god.
The more information we get, the more questions I have.
You okay, Sia?
Yeah. Esquier is.
Nah, you got it. Oh, nice.
Okay,
Oh, the
take, but no. Scram!
Dude, it hits like a truck. It's like over 1k damage. And we have like 200 health.
Francois and Esquier are very different from Gestrels and Nevrons.
Yeah.
You think the Paintress created them too?
If not, who else?
Maybe they came from another world.
That's something I notice about a lot of games. It's not just this game. But like, generally speaking, the players always have way less health than bosses have. And like, the moves themselves also reflect that. Like, the fact that we're doing 200 plus damage, even like as early as the second area, when we ourselves only have like 150 HP, is kind of wild. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I like the way I did it last time. Yeah, but like, it's also funny because their moves scale to our HP. So, like, they're only doing 100 damage at a time, generally.
surprised to find you here.
I hope we can trust him.
So it's like,
Well,
I don't know, it's like this,
upgrade our
and it's
PPS.
not just this game. Like, there are a lot of games that are like that. Final Fantasy does that. Chrono Cross. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So grab this. First strike. Bang. Bang. Alright, here's one of our low health setups. Wildfire, if you fail it, it does that. Do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grab that.
advantage.
Oops.
An advantage.
One thing I will say I don't like about this game is the fact that the button for mount, dismount, esquier is the same button as interact with item. So part of me wants to mash the button so I can pick up the item as fast as possible or enter the area as fast as possible. But if I start mashing too early, then I just hop off of esquier. Yeah, Lune is the boss to leader in Glitchless. At least until Act 3. In Act 3, it's only one fight, but we use Mael for that. As is tradition. Oops.
Oh, lovely.
Hitboxes are great. Oh, come on.
You can use that.
Yeah, I used to stream over there.
A shrine to the paintress.
That's not true at all. I think I had an account, but I don't think I ever streamed.
And someone built her a shrine.
The weak-minded turn to whatever they can to explain the unknown.
When you're at the mercy of a power you don't understand, you won't try anything.
Looks like a farm.
Like old times, eh?
So first, what I would consider big menu of the run. Coming up, I'll do it in the Lampmaster Tunnel.
can use that.
Flurry is over there.
This, that. Okay.
But I sense something scary.
Picto menus are kind of interesting because it's a combination of giving us generally the right speed that we care about, the correct effects, obviously, but also managing like when we learn our luminas. It's all kind of interesting. All right, we're gonna dodge this. That's the hardest attack in phase 1, so if I have the chance to not counter it, I want to.
Let's push forward.
Okay. You only need about 1,500 counter damage.
Take your shot.
Let me help.
No margin for error.
Alright, so there's our lightning dance. Because we're set up in a certain way, we're guaranteed a crit on each of those hits, so the 6 hits become 12. Good. So that sets up Defenseless. Wildfire, this sets up the right stains for Lune. For Lightning Dance, Intervention her,
A storm is coming.
and then Delete. Alright, I think that is my best Act 1 time. I know 47 is doable,
We should be on the
because
safe
I could be
side.
like 30 seconds ahead at Go Blue over this run, so
Let her go.
below 48 is not too shabby.
Something's going on up there. Escape! Get us up there!
Language, Lune. Alright, so flag. At Death's Door, first strike. Okay.
Head for the monolith. Through the quarry to the north.
Swim.
Alright, so beginning of Act 2 here. We're gonna set up more low health with Verso.
Everyone okay?
Verso's gonna be kind of our main damage dealer for the next 3 fights. Not counting this one, 2 fights after this.
Danger!
Actually, only 1 fight. Never mind. I was thinking of story. But getting him to low health for that 1 fight is very crucial.
Let us stain them.
Any other tricks we should know?
One thing at a time.
These are all expeditions?
A single Nevron took out most of them.
Is it still around?
I've only seen it once, many years ago, so most likely not.
Alright. We're past the danger zone. Honestly, some pretty stressful movement there.
Looks like we passed the danger zone.
I just said that, Luna.
And no
Or
sign of
CL.
your special Nevron.
Oh, I guess we're lucky.
Alright. You want inverted affinity. I actually forgot to do this. Okay. I knew there was more to that menu. I just did the inverted affinity and spaced out. All right, pretty tricky fight. We're going to go for the consistent version of it, which does not have the best top end, but it has a better bottom end.
Take your shots.
Tint. Okay, we're gonna intervention Verso, so that way he goes again. Berserk Slash.
Oh well.
Good. Nothing. Intervention.
I think I'll improvise.
Go again. Might have lost a little bit of time there. I didn't get So phase 2, you always end up with the same attacks. Phase 1 is technically random. And I didn't get the fastest attack, which means I got inherently like suboptimal attacks. Doesn't matter too much. It's just I figured I would lose time, a little bit of time because of it. All right, so we're going to get forced into camp, which is going to heal us, but we're going to do another low health setup, but this time it's going to be on Lune, because we are going to be back to Lune being our main damage dealer. Essentially, because our main damage with Lune right now is lightning-based damage, if I remember right, Duelist resists lightning, so you don't want to be... like, it's just going to be inefficient to have Lune be our main damage dealer there, which is why we use Verso. Verso's main attack that we were using, Berserk Slash, gets more powerful the lower health you are. So, in addition to having things like At Death's Door, which boosts our attack at low level, we have a move that boosts its own attack at low level. Or low health, I should say, not level. We're going to do a bit of upgrading here, upgrade Lune's weapon, and then some colors of Lumina as well, like Lumina points. Okay. 2 into Lune, 2 into CL.
How far to Minoko Station?
With SGA? Oh, should be quick. Minoko Station is to the north, not far from here.
Bang, bang, bang. Goodbye, Lune. It's really convenient that Lune has a skill where when you fail the quick time event, it backfires on you. Like normally when you look at a move's description, it'll be like so-and-so medium fire damage or like extreme fire damage or something. If I remember right, that one says risky fire damage.
Train.
And the risky part is the fact that if you fail the quick time event, it backfires on you.
Is it true before the fracture, Lumiere had trains running throughout the continent?
Always running late. But here we are. Minoko Station.
Is that a Grundis? I knew it. They're real
That's
too.
awful movement. Okay. Verso. Dualiso. Combo attack. Critical moment swap. Swap. She wants At Death's Door and critical moment. Now we're getting up close to the damage cap, which is cool. All right, quick little Lumina menu. And then this. So you want 11, 37, 9. You want this. You want this. And then you want... Is it 5? Yeah. Wrong way. This guy. All right, that menu was kind of slow, so I wouldn't be surprised if I lose a little bit of time.
Let the ink flow.
Verso, why aren't you using gradient attacks? I don't need pointers from the one sitting on his lazy ass. You didn't teach.
This split's also kind of a misleading split, in a way,
Very well.
because
Hurts.
you always do the flag, but you sometimes can't do Lune's part of it, and you have to do Lune's part on the next split.
It's your turn to shine. Not looking good.
I'm also running against balanced splits, so I don't actually know what my time ahead is. Alright, another pretty large menu here. It's mostly just Lumina stuff. The big thing is we unlocked the Lumina for First Strike. So we want to make sure everybody has that on, essentially.
Welcome, my friends, to old Lumiere.
I didn't pause, of course. Energizing start 1, and then we want Dodger First Strike. This.
Is anyone still here?
Just Neverons.
So this is where our piece of Lumiere used to be. Before the fracture ripped apart the world and threw us into the sea.
We're lucky it did.
Friends, I beg your forgiveness for landing us in this quagmire.
It's okay, Minoko.
It's okay, Minoko. Let's move on, shall we? How exactly did our piece of Lumiere end up on an island when the rest of the city is here?
One of the great mysteries. I wish we had more time. There's so much to study here.
So, Minoko, what was life like before the fracture?
The world was smaller and cozier, livelier. There were many more of us Gestrels back then. The fracture tore our villages apart. Only a fraction of a fraction survived. Our forests are filled with Gestrels awaiting rebirth.
Alright.
Speaking of home, where do you live in Lumiere?
Above a bakery near the center. Angelique's Boulangerie. I ate there every morning. I wonder if it's still there.
It's called Matilda's now. And this is over.
I never said there was treasure.
Alright, we need at least one crit here with Mael, which we did not get. Shoot there.
Ready to strike.
Not a big deal, it's just... It actually might be faster to do it that way, because you KO... Because you hit C rank, you do way more damage with your Berserk Slash.
I need to
And the second Chevalier dies in 1 hit, or 2 hits instead of 3. So it actually might be faster to do that. Alright, we have to grab Auto Rush. So let's see how this goes.
Perfect.
Good. One of the tougher pickups in the run. Just because of the way you have to bait the enemies around. And it's also one of the scarier parts of the run, because now that everyone has First Strike on, running into an enemy is not nearly as bad as it was before, because in order to flee, everyone in your party has to attempt to flee, basically. So because everyone has First Strike, everyone will be able to flee immediately. The exception is if you only have one party member, they have to attempt to flee twice. And Mael is slow enough that attempting to flee twice is not going to work, typically. So we have to do a low health setup in battle. I dodged too early. It's better he is hit than Lune, I'll say. Alright, finish off that.
Last ditch effort.
Lightning dance.
So that damage is unfortunate, but it probably won't matter too much. That is also, funny enough, that's like, it's not, certainly not the last place I could take damage. I can take damage on pretty much any fight. But it's almost the last place I could take damage and not have to, like, reset the save. Because, like, it just so happened that the character that got hit wasn't already at low health. Like, from essentially this point on, almost everybody is going to have low health for every fight. So, if you take damage when you're at 1 HP, you die. And now the fight has gone off the rails. So, just kind of funny that it was like literally the last fight.
So this is Visage Island.
He who guards
But the reason I say it may or may not cause an issue is essentially the game has a 20% bonus for your experience if you don't take damage on a fight. And so everything is routed assuming you take no damage. Now, I've never done on...
This is creeping me out.
For this category, I have on other expert categories, but on this category, I've never gone completely damageless through, or at least no unintentional damage, I'll say. Which means it will likely be fine if I only take damage one spot. But with it being the Renoir fight specifically, it's the one that you gain the most experience on, which means the 20% is the most experience lost, so we'll see. If we do, I don't know where I was going. If we do end up slightly off with our experience, it'll show itself in Lumina points, most likely.
They seem so joyful. I'm almost jealous.
On the surface, at least.
He who guards truth with lies.
Nice.
All right, so low health setup here. This one we're actually going to set up both Verso and Lune at low health. So perfect recovery kills us. Fail Wildfire, that kills us. And now Ciel is fast enough that she can attempt to flee and then successfully flee right after. And now we're going to do more menu. Bang. He wants his Dualiso, and then he wants Auto Rush and Swap. And then fast travel back to the plaza. Alright, so because I did take damage, and the odds of me being off experience-wise are non-zero, I'm actually going to do a slightly riskier version of this fight if the opportunity arises. Essentially, so this fight here is a two-phase fight. Phase 1 is against Visage. Visage is going to get one turn. It is always the same move, and we always have to counter it. The second phase is against the Maskkeeper himself, and you can get away with not parrying anything. You can just dodge. No counters, and you have enough damage. However, if you decide on the attack that is the AoE attack to parry like 3 times, 3 out of the 4 hits, you can use Powerful instead of attacking plus leadership. So we're going to attempt that if the opportunity arises. If I don't get the AoE attack, then I will just dodge like normal.
I've lived through worse.
So Elemental Trick, because we're guaranteed to crit, we get all 4 stains. Ooh, I definitely need to do some shots here. Do all 4. I guess I didn't need to do those shots. Alright, so if it says, like, attacks the expedition, that's the one I'm parrying. Okay, not this. Okay. Good. So now I can powerful here. Wildfire. Intervention. Lightning Dance. So I had never gone for that until earlier today. But that worked out really nicely. I didn't save as much time as I could have because of other stuff on that section. All right. So I need to go to the flag here. Great attributes. She needs 61. 3, 24, 50. Whoops.
Swimsuit on.
So we'll do another low health setup on this section, but this time it's going to be all 3 party members. And
The architecture looks very different.
yeah, basically the reason why we have to do so many of these low health setups is because every time you go to the camp, which you get forced into after certain sections, you get a free heal. So Captain Awesome, thank you for the good luck. Hope you're doing well. This is also like the first section of the game where you can actually give your hands a rest and like take a drink. Because these UFOs you have to just sort of sit through. There is some slight bit of speed tech where as long as you're holding sprint when you get on, you can continue to sprint while you're on it. Normally you get forced into walking mode here, but this lets you run off of it a bit faster.
Don't look at her for too long or you'll go insane. I've seen people jumping.
I'm tempted to go compare against PB again instead of balanced, because I'd like to know actually how far ahead I am.
This dance feels familiar.
I don't know exactly how much time I have to save, but I know I have time to save on the Renoir 3 split. Okay, skip. Die. Skip.
Not impressed.
So we've party wiped, but the game lets you bring in your reserve team. Reserve team all has first strike, which means we can flee. So now, because our main party was all dead, they are all now at 1 HP. Seconds ahead. Okay. I'll go back to balanced for now because I'm further ahead. 58 might be reasonable from here. I need everything to go, like, not perfectly, but I need everything to go really well. But I think 58 from here should be doable. Record, I'm not sure, because record I think is 58.50, 58.45, something like that. So I don't know if that is possible, but I think just a raw 58 could be. Which with such an imperfect start, I would be okay with. I'd of course want to keep going. Especially because I would love a glitchless run where I don't take any damage unintentionally. I have it in Simon. I don't remember if I have it in Plat. I don't think so. I definitely have it on Story. Although my latest Story run definitely was not damageless. Took damage on like 3 different fights. It was kind of wild.
This place is huge.
Thank Expedition 67 for destroying a lot of the walls to get further. Couldn't progress without that.
Feels like home.
Alright, so Lune wants at death's door in slot 3. CL wants confident fighter and immaculate, and then this. Oh, don't get stuck there.
What's that?
Patricia. It works for Siren.
I don't know if it was you, Sheep. Somebody made a comment like that
We should take it out.
last week when I was doing runs.
Definitely an advantage against Siren.
It was like, what would happen if 67 didn't come? Would you just like run into the wall? I have to assume the elevators, the UFOs came after the fact. But I don't know. Alright, Glissando fight. Couple of tricky attacks here that we may have to parry.
I'll manage.
No margin for error. Cards.
Before I die?
So be it. Let's push forward.
Alright, let's see what we get.
Oh, well.
Okay. Probably the best of the attacks to get.
Last ditch effort.
Hurts.
I'll explain why in a second.
Lightning storm.
So that's probably one of the best attacks to get because you want an AoE attack, ideally, because it you get the most counter damage. If you get the single target, what's it called? The enchant, the ballet enchant thing, then you actually have to add a couple extra shots in with Verso, because otherwise you don't KO. And so of AoE attacks, you've got the Summons Ballets, which is definitely the easiest one. But the two downsides to it are, A, it's actually a really slow attack, and B, you don't generate AP. Well, actually, more importantly, Verso doesn't generate perfection with the jump attacks. And because of that, you actually can't use leadership after it because you don't have C rank, at least. So it's like a weight off of your shoulder if you see the summons ballets, but it is slowest one by far.
Then we should prepare before we head there.
And then the other one that's comparable to smashing heads is the tail slam. And tail slam, the timing on it is just really weird. It's one of the harder attacks to parry in the entire game. Of things that we see in a typical speedrun, it is one of the harder attacks to parry. That is one I had to relearn the timing after doing story runs. Like when I switched from story to expert. I had to relearn the time. Alright. So we always get the same attack here. Good. That's another one that is a tricky timing. So getting that's nice. I've got like a bit over a half hour left. No.
Last ditch effort.
So lightning dance, CL gradient. And seal gradient. Very nice. Monolith time.
Wow. I drank too much last night.
Yes, we skip both the last dance and like the first act ending and stuff. That's actually why, if you notice, I was failing QuickTime events. You don't always, but it's possible to trigger, get her health below like 3/4, I think it is, before her first attack, which means she goes into her frantic mode and then like introduces the first act or whatever, which is like this long 5-hit attack with ballets. So by failing the QuickTime events, we don't do too much damage. And then she goes frantic, but it's after she's already done her attack, which means she doesn't get to like introduce that act or whatever. Yeah, and the last dance attack, honestly, it's one of the coolest attacks in the game, but you do not want to see that in a speedrun. It is so long. It'd be very easy to mess up. All right, so I'm on Minoko. Let's go this. There were some like early routes that would do the hidden gestural arena to get like last stand critical and solo fighter and all those like, you know, accelerating last stand pictos, and would actually solo a lot of the run, but it's just not as fast as these routes.
Sweet tasting.
The current routes honestly feel really good. Not that they can't be improved. Like, I'm not saying they're perfect, but like, it doesn't feel like there's anything glaring. Like, I wish this was like... There's nothing that feels bad, I guess I'll say. That's a good way to put it.
Inside the monolith? What was that thing? Why did it help us inside?
Are you all right, Mael?
Up there. She's
Alright, what are we doing?
the paintress. She's up
So Verso, Lune, you want the Tisserand. You want Energizing Turn. And then Verso wants Combo Attack. The run I did earlier today, I accidentally gave Combo Attack to Lune, which removed her first strike. Because when I've got it in my notes, I don't say, like, Combo Attack over Critical Moment. I say slot 2 Combo Attack.
I guess we head up then.
So my brain didn't even process that I was removing first strike from her. And so I got to the health setup fight, and Lune didn't go, which was fine because she still died like she was supposed to. But Lune didn't go. I was like, uh-oh, what did I do?
I don't know.
fire. Again.
Again.
Yeah, things like solo runs I would find pretty interesting. This game didn't... This is going to sound very complaining. It's not meant to be. But like, this game doesn't do as well viewership-wise as I was hoping it would. Otherwise, I would probably try to transition, like after getting the goals I want in glitchless runs, to things like, not necessarily challenge runs, but like the mix of the challenge, like solo Mael speedrun, or solo Lune speedrun, stuff like that. But especially with ZA coming out, I'm going to end up shifting back to Pokemon, so we'll see. All right. Yeah, I definitely get that. I used to not almost ever. But I fell out of Pokemon
Her husband?
a lot after Scarlet and Violet. And so I still would consider myself primarily Pokemon. But I've definitely done a lot more other stuff. I did a lot of Civ this year. I did a lot of DK64 randomizer, obviously. Well, yeah, but like not very many people know me because of Mario days, right? I could probably count on one hand the people that know me because of Mario and not because of Pokemon. Good. I actually was reminded of this the other day, like maybe yesterday even, the amount of Civ I did this year. I went really hard on Civ for like a month. I don't think I've touched it since the last time I streamed it, which was at the end of March.
How do you know that?
The chroma here.
That's what I've heard. I started watching an update video, and I just was like, I don't care. I was doing a lot of 7 because it had just come out. Of the last 4, I think the order in which I like them... See, like, 7 is so conflicting for me because I did thoroughly enjoy it. I enjoyed 7 more than I enjoyed base 6 or base 5. But, like, it needs those DLCs to flush out everything. She wants this skill. I have to remember what it was. But 4 is by far my favorite Civ. I didn't really play 1, 2, or 3, or Colonization or Revolution, like all those spin-offs in Alpha Centauri. I tried to get into Beyond Earth, but it wasn't for me. Beyond Earth's problem for me was 100% just the setting. Like, I enjoy space stuff, but in terms of the game, I just could not get into it. But I think the biggest problem with Beyond Earth for me was, like, while there's always a lot to learn when you're starting out a new Civ game, there are, like, some things you can kind of take for granted because you know history. So things like bronze working is going to happen before iron working, or
I don't understand.
In order to get cavalry, you have to have horses.
Yeah.
And it's not exactly as obvious with a futuristic game. Like, why do I need physics or genomics for, you know, a hospital? I don't know. Whatever it is. I don't know the tech tree at all. Or the tech web, I guess, in that game. And so it becomes a little bit less, like... The information, upfront information you need for a Civ game is lessened by the fact that it makes sense. If that makes sense. I don't know, I might be spouting crap. But we're about to get into probably the hardest fight in the game. And Beyond Earth doesn't even work on my computer anymore. Before Civ 7 came out, I was like, I want to give Beyond Earth another try. Just like, because I had the Civ itch with it coming out soon. And it just doesn't even work, so... Set up Stormcaller. Good.
Let's carve a path.
So we have to take him from above half health to dead in a single character's turn. So that's why all those extra shots were needed at the end there. We had to do a couple of shots with Verso to set up the HP in such a good way that CL could then do some more shots, and then her gradient skill plus sealed fate.
Outside.
Plus the fact that we had Stormcaller active, which
can feel her.
does residual damage after
We
the
need to
fact
be
as well.
prepared as possible. Once we go up, there's no turning back.
All right, Lune. I never got into AoE. Which it feels like it's a game that would be up my alley. I just never... It never really was something I did.
Hurts.
How cruel of your father to use you like this.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm ready.
Incoming. Lune, careful. Let's carve apart.
I need to be careful. Later on in the fight, I need to be very careful.
Do you understand what you've done? You killed him.
Because Verso has now gone twice, essentially,
Who are you supposed to be?
his speed's a little bit messed up.
Last ditch effort.
No margin for error.
It's one of those things, it does not matter as long as I know about it. Basically, the issue is he's going to be attacking next. Like, doing a base attack. Which means I'm going to start mashing X. But I can't mash X now because Lune goes next. Even instead of Verso.
You can't betray Verso like this.
Good. Phase 2. Yeah, so she goes next. She's going to elemental trick here.
But I get to carve my own way.
No margin for error.
And now he's going to attack into Berserk Slash.
Cut him down.
Shadowbringer.
Time to strike.
Sealed Fate.
Renoir thinks I would not defend myself if he used your face. How little he understands me.
Good.
Incoming.
Did I dream the fire? Is Verso still alive?
Good.
Not looking good.
Lightning Dance.
I've lived for worse. I think I'll improvise.
I think I lose a little time on this fight because I did have that extra Verso attack. Basically what had happened there is you have to be C rank in order to use leadership. And
CL, incoming.
Verso normally gets to C rank by dodging on the Void Meteor's attack.
A storm is coming.
But he didn't get targeted at all. Like, not a single target went his way. So because of that, he wouldn't have enough shots to get up to C rank on his own. So you have to do the extra attack there. It's the only case where that matters. It's literally just if you get exactly 0 targets. But we are officially in Act 3.
I'm in Renoir's atelier.
And when I have a chance, I'm going to switch to
Dawdling. End of the corridor, you know where it is.
real PB and not balanced. Because like I said, I do actually have time to save on this split. Okay. I don't know exactly how much time. It's got to be at least 10 seconds.
I need you to... The conflict... You will do the writers, and I can't burst so... Although, if you... I'll fight the... Can you handle... Less chief... Good. And...
The game does not end with the Paintress fight. I guess spoilers? I guess I'll explain it, because if you're this far into watching a speedrun, you're probably okay getting spoiled. Essentially what happens is
I hid the canvas before I entered.
you learn that the Paintress is actually the one trying to keep the world alive, and that Renoir, real Renoir, not painted Renoir, who is the curator here, is actually the one trying to destroy the canvas and do things. So he gamages everybody in Lumiere. And then Mael, who's actually the real-world Alicia, comes back into the canvas and basically attempts to repaint everybody to keep the world alive.
Save it. I don't. You did, of course.
I thought.
And so the final fight,
I don't care. And that.
well,
Oh, please.
Thank you.
As long.
You got it.
the one that most people would consider is the final boss is actually Renoir, the curator.
Thanks for.
Was it? What will you...
I'll do my.
Quite...
And then after you fight that, essentially Verso, I don't want to say has a change of heart, but he basically realizes that Mael is going to end up killing herself by being in this world for too long. And so he decides he wants to destroy the canvas, while Mael, or Alicia, decides that she wants to keep the canvas. And so the final battle is actually a battle between the two of them, and you get to choose what side you want to be on.
I don't.
We will be picking the Mael ending, purely because Mael is going to be the way that we get through the final fight, the fight against Renoir, which means she's going to be the most equipped to take out Verso. Verso's not going to be equipped to take her out. It's essentially what's going to happen. Oh, it was sarcastic. Got you. Okay. Listen, I like explaining stuff. And honestly, like, this story, this is like one of my favorite video game stories.
These expeditioners are glorious.
So I will talk about it all day. Verso does everything wrong except his ending is a really good way to, like, put it. I did pick Mael's ending on my first playthrough. I regretted it after seeing the ending. But in the moment, I felt worse for Mael. in the moment, I felt very bad for her character.
The 32s.
Your father. He's at the tower.
Yes. I am.
Alright, this is probably the menu that I am the least... I'm not doing the menu for a little bit, but this is probably the menu I'm the least familiar with in the run. Just because all the other menus you do in, like, Simon and all achievements and stuff that I've been doing recently. But this one is unique to any percent. I guess you do a similar one in Simon, but it is a bit different.
The Opera House.
Dun, bum, bum. Yeah, you can make a new account. I believe on Steam, you can reset your achievements. But on PlayStation, there is no way to reset your achievements. You just have to make a new account. Which is nice. You don't have to make like a whole new PSN account. It's just you can create a new profile on your PlayStation. Like you would on the Switch for like Pokemon runs. I did not have to buy the game again.
Almost there.
And I do have it digitally downloaded.
Let's go.
You want combo attack. You want that. Come on, what are you doing? Painted power. You want immaculate and confident fighter. And then you want dead energy, critical moment, and this. You want that. Okay. That was not the optimal way to do that menu. I should have wrapped around the other side of the menu for CL. And then when I went back to Mail. But you know what? It is what it is.
Papa is somewhere past the gardens. Expedition is much longer.
Met. We need to defeat them fast.
Alright, so the strategies for these final fights are really cool. So the creation fight here, you actually can just straight up run away from it, but we're going to use it to set up low HP on Mael. We just gave Mael this move called Last Chance, which will set herself to 1 HP. However, then we can't flee, so we made CL fast enough that we're going to be able to Last Chance, Intervention Mael, and now both Mael and CL are going to get to go, which means we can flee. So now Mael is at 1 HP. And then we're going to do this.
plaza over there.
And then this fight, essentially, the goal of this fight is, so when you start phase 2, Renoir goes into his painting and comes out with an Omni boost. However, if you go to his phase 2 while you are still in the middle of a turn, the game actually lets you finish your turn. And so we're going to finish phase 1 with a gradient attack. So we're going to attack, that sets up defenseless. 2 shots lets us do leadership. We're going to intentionally under damage here. So that way we can intervention Mayel. And then Mayel is going to Virtuose Strike. This is her gradient attack, so she's going to get to it again when phase 2 starts. She's going to be in Virtuose stance because of the move. And because Renoir does not get his Omni boost, he is going to stay at being defenseless. And a full strength Stendhal, we basically did a 3/4 strength Stendhal. A full strength Stendhal will kill. Bang. So he does get to do the canvas thing, but he's immediately going to die afterward. So that's basically it. So I think this has a chance of being a 58. It's definitely not record. But I'm also honestly shocked I got this run, like, just today. What's the final split? Like 38 seconds? I think this is going to miss record by like 3 seconds. Which is really funny. More than that because I can't menu. And GG. Oh. All right, well, honestly, fairly solid run all the way through. We took the 1 bit of damage on Renoir 1. But other than that, it was a damageless run. I was able to do the faster version of Mask Keeper, which I think I'm going to make sure I practice and get comfortable with, but I'm going to start incorporating that in every run. And then it was just solid all the way through. I know I lost. Basically what had happened with... So my 159 was the first time I got through a run without having to reset at all. And so after Paintress, I was like understandably nervous. And I kind of botched a bunch of stuff on the Renoir 3 split. Like it was movement mistakes, it was menu mistakes, it was like all sorts of stuff. So I knew I had time to save. I didn't know it was 15 seconds worth. But if we basically just get a good Go Blue, if we have that good Evec and a good Go Blue saves like 30 seconds. This could be a low 158. I think 157 is probably like the top end of what you would get on console with this route. Probably a little bit too far out of where I would like to get. But like that might be too much grinding for me to to get a 157. But I do think I can get a better 158 for sure. So I will definitely keep at it. But I think I might do some story runs tomorrow. Because I think this is solid enough for the time being. So we'll see.